welcome back to 44B. So we needed, that's a key, we want the monitoring gem, right? Gem cutter's table. I need sticks, I need shaped radiance, and I need gold nuggets to get the monitoring gem. Sticks, gold nuggets, and shaped radiance cores. Radiant key. There they are. I don't know how many I needed. Let's hope one. Yes. This is any log, 2 ingots, radiant dust, and coal. Alright, so coal. I'm gonna have to start putting some stuff away. Alright, so we're looking for a log. We're looking for coal. Gold and radiant dust, okay. Alright, so we made that. It's nighttime. Let's try again. Here. So that's not working. Plus starlight. So any stone marble, any workbench, plus stone starlight. Right, so that's not working. Radiant crafting table is a crafting table and a radiant. This guy. Alright, so we got that. Now how do we make these? In the gem cutter again. Golden apple, glycerine melon, golden carrot. Milk, poisonous potato, and lapis. Put that away, put that away. Milk. Melon. Lapis. We need 4 pink, golden carrot, and a golden apple. Pink. And then for this one, what are we missing? A poisonous potato. Alright, so let's try that. There we got the salvage jam. Cleanse gem requires 4, not 1. We got the cleanse gem. Alright, so that's all of those, so we can put the stuff regarding that away. We will pick this up. Plus starlight. Excuse me. Starlight infuser. How does this work? Probably need to do the astral stuff. Instead of trying to just get by without doing it, should probably just do it. Same thing with the totem. We're going to have to actually get redwood. Alright, we have parrots. Where were we? Red cedar. It's not red wood. It's red cedar. Wind chimes. Made that, got that, made that, need to get this. Wind chimes. Bark stripper. So the serenade for Syrinx ceremony can be performed to upgrade your flute. Totempedia. So melody is a magical power from instruments that's been played. Each instrument has a melody threshold, meaning that only a certain amount of melody can be released from one instrument for a specific effect. Maybe in the future this melody will have functions with other things in the world. The red cedar tree is a tree that naturally totemic purposes, infusing mundane saplings with magical energy. Rite of spring ceremony. Red cedar wood has the same properties and crafting applications as standard wood. In addition, a bark stripper is used to remove its bark to make more efficient use of its resources. Finally, it can be used to craft certain instruments like wind chimes and jungle dresses. The mighty buffalo, an animal which is known across the lands for all of the resources it can grant. They are incredibly sturdy and have a very large amount of health. Hunting has left them nearly extinct, but they can still be created with the buffalo dance ceremony. Totem pole, totem effect, medicine bag. So we need to do the Pied Piper and get the buffalo. Alright. Ceremony is a way for totemists to gather strength using the melody. Center of the ceremony is a totem base, and it's also where the effects of the ceremony are released from. Ceremonies are powered by melodies that are released from instruments when they are played. There are two main points in a ceremony, the first being selection, the second being effects. In order to select which ceremony you wish to activate, the specific task must be complete. Any instrument played while sneaking will play in their selector mode and will not release any melody as they would normally. A combination of two instruments in selector mode will start a ceremony depending on which were played. For example, using the flute in selector mode twice will activate the Serenade of the Depths. Once a ceremony has been selected, the startup will initiate. While it is in this stage, the pole will accept any played melody and store it. In order for a ceremony effect to activate, a certain amount of melody is required depending on how difficult the ceremony is. This difficulty is represented by how many music notes there are in its entry in this book. When the melody requirement for the ceremony is reached, it will activate. Each instrument can only be played up to a certain point, meaning a ceremony could not be played with just one instrument. This is known as the melody threshold. Any smoke that emits from the totem base will signify that the most recently played instrument has reached its melody threshold for that ceremony, and the user should stop using that specific instrument for the rest of the ceremony. Additionally, there is a limited amount of time to complete a ceremony, meaning playing speed is important. After you have created enough melody, the ceremony will begin performing its effects. Some ceremonies have instant effects, others will last over a certain amount of time after the effect initially starts. It should be noted that the effects can only pertain for a certain amount of time and will stop after that time has elapsed. Finally, there should be care taken with the timing between playing instruments. In order to complete a ceremony efficiency, a rhythm between instruments may be important. Because of that, it is recommended that the totemists spend some time getting used to the rhythm of certain instruments. The war dance ceremony is a ceremony that will heighten your senses for an incoming war, bring adrenaline to your entire body. After performing it, the ceremony will bring the user speed and strength for a long period of time, allowing them to rush to battle. That's one of the easy ones. Symphony of the Decks, Buffalo Dance. That's not, it says it's with a drum and a wind chime. Alright, so in order to do that, we have to have a totem base. So let's work that. Totem base. Totem base requires a knife, right? I can use that to make pillars. Pillar bases. Okay, so how do I make a totem base? That is here. we need totems. Must create a totem whittling knife, which we have. Tool used to carve a totem pole out of any kind of wood logs. The knife can carve different patterns of totem poles, which will lead to different effects. Right-clicking or scrolling while sneaking will change which pattern to be carved. Totem whittling knife can also need to carve out the totem base. Each totem pole needs one totem base at the bottom of the pole and can extend 6 meters high. Totem poles will be default given beneficial effect to all nearby players. Effects depend on the carving pattern. A totem pole can have different carvings. Totem knife we already have, so there are different, so it tells you what each of these gives you. Okay, so it doesn't tell me how to make a totem base, which means that this so totem base is right after wolf. Good. Now, do I just go somewhere where we can capture or keep a cow close by? Alright, so totem base. And then we can make this whatever we want to. But there's our totem base. So we need wind chimes. We need the drum, right? Drum. Wind chimes. Fence. Alright, I can't put... I must need a different thing. Do I need a torch? Not sure where I can put the chimes. Does it need to go higher? Does it require something different? Required something different. Okay. Put those closer. Alright, so now this can be what? Worn there. Good. Which means I can't fly. Let's go back to what we were doing. I wonder if a sound muffler is going to work for us. Probably not. Mob imprisonment tool. Let's pick some of these guys up. Alright, so we've got all those guys. Let's put these back on. Head back over here. We'll set these guys back in with this stuff. Grab ourselves a regular cow. How'd you guys get down here? Okay, so the base, the totem base should show us Alright, so the cow we want to turn into a buffalo. Alright, so a flute. That. Okay, so buffalo dance. Is a totemist drum and a wind chime. How do I hit the wind chimes? Yeah, that screwed that up, didn't it? Alright, so that didn't help. Totemist drum, wind chime. Take these off. Get that out of my hand. Drum, wind chime. Don't know how to hit the wind chime. Alright. How do we use the wind chime? Do I just run by it? So I need to get familiar with that instrument. You see white smoke coming from the totem pole. Its melody threshold is reached. Wind chimes play at somewhat regular intervals. Try to time your ceremony around them. Okay, so I can't actually do it until they are ready to play, is what this is telling me. So and hopefully those will play while I'm doing this. Not seeing any wind chime play. Okay, so they played. Can be helpful to have 2 drums and 2 or 3 wind chimes. Okay, so let's do that. Let's grab a couple of more wind chimes. Now hopefully they will all play pretty close together. It says it helps to have 2 drums as well, so let's get another drum. Now let's kind of watch these and see how far apart it is to get the actual wind chimes running. There's 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets. Alright, so I think that when this first set happens is when we should do our buffalo deal. Alright, so we've reached saturation with these, but not with those. Alright, so I think that we need more chimes. Maybe not 64. Does that mean they're not getting enough air? Alright, that's the end of 44B. We'll